I would like to call the Lancaster Central School District Board of Education meeting to order. In the unlikely event of an emergency, if we have to evacuate the room, please note the locations of the exits. At this time, I ask you to silence your cell phones and rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Please remain standing for a moment of silent reflection. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, everyone. So thank you for coming, everyone, tonight to our last meeting of the summer. We're on the cusp of another school year, and I know that there's a lot of exciting things going on within Lancaster, but all school districts around the area. And I, for one, as a dad and a teacher, I look forward to going back to school. So we're going to start tonight with 4.0 presentations. We have 4.1 fire inspection presentation, Mr. George Peace.
How you doing? My name is George Pease, fire inspector, and I did annual fire inspection for the schools this year, and I found everything to be satisfactory with some minor infractions that everything was pretty much taken care of by the department. So we're good for another year. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Pease. Check it all. Next, we have a presentation 4.2, the middle school summer school. Allison Smirka.
Hello, again, I'm Allison Smirka. This was my third year running the summer school program. It was a lot of fun this year again. I was fortunate enough to have an intern, Maria La Rotunda, from Holland Central School District, and she's going to Canisius for an administrative internship. She was very competent, very knowledgeable. She just had some great ideas and really took the bull by the horns with so many things, so she was wonderful to work with. She has a great future ahead of her. Yeah. This summer we had 36 students enrolled in our program. We actually, every year we've gone up in the last 3 years. The first year I did the program we had 26 students, last year we had 33, and now up to 36. So it's great to see the program continue to grow. Last year we had 15 students who had special education accommodations or 504 plans. This year we had 21 out of our 36 students who had those accommodations or plans. We were lucky enough to have Mrs. L for part of our program, and we hope in the future that we can maybe have a full-time aide to assist our students even more in that area.
The way that our program worked, our students had time for core activity or core skill in their academic area. So they had math, science, ELA, and social studies 3 times a week out of our 4 days for half an hour each. They also had PE throughout the week when it worked in their schedule. They also had studio time where they had opportunities to work on their project-based learning presentations, which we'll talk about in a moment. Genius hour where they got to kind of research other things that were of interest to them, as well as we had a garden in our courtyard where they were growing tomatoes and peppers and herbs. I think they even grew some potatoes, maybe some onions, and at the end of the summer even though we weren't able to harvest the vegetables and use them, we did make pizzas to kind of show them some of the things that they could have done with the vegetables that they grew. We had 4 teachers and 1 library media specialist, and our classes, we had the students broken into 3 groups with about 12 students per group. That way we didn't have a big class of 36 students trying to learn and work on their projects.
So we do a project-based learning model for the middle school. The students take ELA, math, science, and social studies, and then they complete one project incorporating all of those classes. So this year our theme was countries. So students chose a country that interested them, and then they could research whatever topic it is that they wanted to. It could be climate, history, culture, food. So they were able to choose things that interested them, which made the learning more fun and engaging for them.
At the end of the 4 weeks, the students had an opportunity to present their learning not only to their peers, but they were able to invite family and friends. So they were able to learn some presentation skills, and kind of it held them to a higher caliber because they knew that they were going to be showing off their work to people other than their teachers.
We were able to take 2 field trips this summer, and our first field trip was to WNED downtown. So the students had a lot of fun seeing the behind the scenes for the TV and radio, and learned some of the history of, records to CDs and digital for the TV and the radio. So that was a fun field trip, and it was a free field trip too, which made it even better.
Our students and teachers were also very lucky that we got to spend a couple of hours at New Era Field this year. We got a nice tour of the stadium behind the scenes, the media suites, and we even got to go into the locker rooms, and the students had an opportunity to run around and play on the new turf before the Bills even made it back for their first preseason game and their first preseason practice. So that was a really great opportunity for them. And I think now we have... one more.
Yep,
Sorry.
that's all right. So the students really did enjoy this summer program. It's very unique. It's very different than what they kind of have during the school year. You can see some of the quotes that the students said about the program, some different things. 25 out of the 30 students who completed the survey reported that they did enjoy the program. So that's pretty big. We had 6 students who were mandatory in the program. And then all the rest, the other 30 students just wanted to be there, or their parents signed them up. And they really did have a good time. So it is a fun program.
And the last thing above all of the academics was that we were trying to help the students learn some skills that the high school teachers really thought that they could benefit from experiencing and practicing before making it to high school. So they're listed right there: teamwork, time management, research skills. And those were all incorporated through project-based learning, and even clearly through PE class. And now we have one student that wanted to come and share her experience from the summer program with you. So this is Gretchen Keller.
I'm Gretchen, and I participated in the middle school summer school program. I thought it was very educational for learning management and time-based stuff, and it really helped that all classes were working together.
What was your favorite part of the program? Was there anything?
The people that were in the program, though they weren't perfect, they understood and were willing to help.
And Gretchen was one of those students who. Thank you, Gretchen. Gretchen was one of those students who struggled during the school year. Gretchen struggled during the school year, and she really thrived in this program. It was incredible. I mean, the teachers kind of tell us some things like just, this student maybe needs more help with this or that. She was phenomenal. I mean, the project she created was amazing. It's just, like I said, she just blossomed, and we're hoping, and this is the point of these summer programs, is that the students can then carry that into the school year with them, because it was just incredible to see. So thank you, Gretchen, for coming and joining us tonight. And a big thank you to the board, Dr. Vallely, Dr. Kufel, Andy Kraisman, and everyone at the district office who always helps us throughout the year as we plan, and any questions we have throughout the program. They're always there to help us. A big thank you to Mr. Scheifele and the LMS custodial staff. They were so accommodating with us this summer. They have a big project they have to do in the summer, getting the building ready for the school year, and they were very accommodating with us and our needs. And obviously to the secretarial staff as well, and Mr. Kay and Mr. Bindeman as well for allowing us to be in their building. So thank you, everyone. We do appreciate you letting us run this innovative program. So thank you again.
Well, as always, I have to follow Allison, which is never easy because her program's awesome. But then this year I have to follow a student who, I don't know how you're this brave to come up here and do this, because I feel like I'm about to drop the mic because my hands are so sweaty. And you came up here flawlessly, so awesome job, honestly. I'm Patrick Smith. I was in charge of the summer school program for the high school. And I could not have done it without this amazing staff that I have. One member right here, Michelle Lazinski, is the jack of all trades and the master of all trades. So to you, thank you. Because I couldn't do it without you and the entire staff that are there that have one focus, and that's kids first and making sure that these kids are successful in the summer school program, because ultimately our goal is for credit recovery and for remediation on the exams. And that's what we ultimately want. We have 6 weeks, 9 teachers, 18 total course offerings, and with every course we offer a review closer to the exam so students can be successful on the assessments. New this year, I had to compete with Allison, so I had to throw some pictures in this year and ultimately highlight the kids. But here's, for example, some kids in our algebra class. Here's a handsome guy walking into a writer's shop for ELA. It's me. So our different course offerings, you could see them up here, but we offer anything. And if we don't offer it in the actual classroom, we offer it on GradPoint. And we had about 4 or 5 individuals who took part in GradPoint this year. Our enrollment, every week we had about 100 students, maybe more, for classes and review. We had 101 students for actual classes and credit recovery, 198 students registered for the Regents exams, and 77 students took the review classes. So not all students took part in review, but those who had the classes also got the review as part of it. Our enrollment up here, there's one big key up on this enrollment for this year. There are no 12th graders. We had 0 12th graders that needed credit in order to graduate, and none that needed an exam in order to graduate. Now, that's not a selling point for us. That's a selling point for the great job that the staff is doing during the year at the high school and that these students are giving throughout the year. Because last year we had 3 individuals, this year it's 0. So I would say that is a success of what's happening during the year. One great benefit we have is the amazing Mr. Harris. He allows the education to happen in the classrooms because we don't have to have teachers taking their time to make sure the halls are good and all this. We can focus on education first and helping these students be successful. And there he is pointing. That was staged. And here we are preparing for the Regents exams. This was, you could see, the class sizes grew about by 7 or 10 students each for the review classes when we got near the end. And this helped the students be more successful on the actual Regents exam. This is the second year we offered chemistry review. We had terrific teachers that would be willing to come in and put in that extra time to help these students be successful. Here are some more review classes. We were able to rearrange some schedules. There's Mr. Pollard, a high school math teacher who is phenomenal. We were able to move it around where we had 2 students that were really, higher needs with being successful, and we're able to put them almost one-on-one with Mr. Pollard, which is almost like a private tutoring that is extremely beneficial. And again, just the students that we had in the program, Mrs. Lazinski doing the amazing job that we know she does to help our students be successful in the end. In our final numbers here, we had 175 examinations administered and scored, 87 credit hours earned from classes, so that's 87 credit hours students would not have gotten without our summer school program. And then we had 16 students participate in internships. You could see we had Oshai Children's Hospital, Kidney, I gotta work on that, Architects, the Summit Center, Shakespeare in the Park, Buffalo Public Schools, Lancaster Central School District, Pediatric Adolescent Urgent Care of Western New York, Triet Distribution, Northtown Orthopedics, Kaleida Health, Millard Fillmore Suburban, Catalyst, Law Offices of Ralph Lorigio, and Law Office of Stephen Boyd, and Chartered Professors. Another big thank you to everybody here. I definitely bugged many of you throughout the whole program with questions and comments, and that's just a big show of our district, and that's why I wanted more pictures of the kids in here this year, because it goes from the kids all the way to the very top in this district that we are all committed to the success of our students, and it shows because nobody ever said Smith beat it. They said, okay, how can we help? What can we do? And I just love this district, and it's one of the greatest districts in Western New York, if the best district. So thank you to the board. Thank you, Dr. Valley. Thank you, Dr. Kufel. Thank you, Dr. Kraisman. Thank you, everybody, because without the LMS staff, the LMS cleaning crew doing what they did in order for us to jump around and play musical classrooms, this wouldn't have been possible either. So thank you to everybody.
So both the programs at the middle school and the high school, I mean, I'm just watching here and I'm thinking of a phrase like dedication to education. right? On the students' part and the teachers and the administrators, to go to school as a teacher or a student in the summertime is difficult to do. But to offer a productive, nurturing environment and culture within which students can either remediate or enrich with some of the internship programs. My daughter was an intern through the school this summer. That's great stuff. I mean, and I have great appreciation for everyone who does that work. So thank you. Anyone else have any other comments? 5.0 correspondence. Anyone from the board have anything? Correspondence. 6.0 approval of minutes. 6.1, could I have a motion to accept the regular session minutes from August 5th, 2019?
So moved.
Questions or comments? All those in favor? Aye. Those opposed? So moved. 7.0, items from staff organizations. Anyone from the Lancaster Administrative and Supervisory Association? Anyone from the Lancaster Central Teachers Association?
Real briefly. First of all, I'd like to congratulate all the students who are so successful in these summer programs. It's not an easy thing for them to do. I've had many students that go through these programs, and the work that they do during the summer is really meaningful and sets them up for success. And they do a tremendous job. The kids put in the work. I'd also like to thank all the teachers and Pat Smith and Allison Smart for running a tremendous program to get our kids the opportunities. Pat would say it's a result of the in the school year work that gets done, but some of those seniors that graduated on time would not have done so if it wasn't participation in this program in previous summers. Just a commitment from the board financially, administratively, with the building use, just tremendous, and our teachers, time after time after time, every year, they step up and they go in and they work these jobs during the summertime, and they do a tremendous job. So congratulations to all on that. Other than that, we just look forward to the beginning of another school year and welcoming our new teachers tomorrow. The LCTA will be providing lunch and a little bit of support and some information for the new teachers tomorrow with in cooperation with the district. So we just look forward to the beginning of the new school year.
Thank you, Mr. Hirsch. Anyone from the Lancaster Association of Service Personnel? Anyone from the Lancaster Association of Substitute Teachers? Okay. 8.0 board reports. Anyone from the board have anything they'd like to report on? Okay. 9.0 Superintendent's Administrative Report. Dr. Valley.
Yeah, I have two things. First, Mr. Kirsch mentioned the new teacher orientation. I'd like to thank Karen Marchioli and Andy Kreisman and all the administrative team and staff and teachers and people who helped this group of 32 new teachers get off and running so beautifully today. Many people are involved in this new teacher orientation, but it's those two who really have done a wonderful job leading it and getting others involved. For example, like every year I cooked hot dogs this afternoon, and tomorrow I'll take a group on a bus tour of the district. But please know that it's Andy and Karen who do the heavy lifting for that whole new teachers orientation and have built a wonderful program. So kudos and thank you to them and everyone involved. Second, construction. I toured the district as recently as today to see what's going on, and everything looks great and is coming along. I'd like to thank Buffalo Construction and all the men and women working so hard to give our community's children new, beautiful, and safe places to play and learn. I'd like to thank our own buildings and grounds who are working double shifts and on the weekends to clean and the spaces for our faculty, staff, and administration to do their important work with our community's children come this school year. Additionally, we are so lucky to live here in a community like Lancaster that supports its schools. I am truly grateful. When you're doing $12.7 million of work in 8 weeks, now for 6 years consecutively, it's a lot. But things are coming along nicely. We're on schedule, and we're in good shape. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Valley. 10.0 old business. Anyone have any old business? 11.0 new business. 11.1 personnel items. 11.1.1 could I have a motion to accept the personnel changes?
Second.
Any questions or comments?
I just wanted to comment and welcome Allison Grant, one of our new teachers at William Street, a music teacher, and thank you for coming today. So
you for coming. Do we have any other new teachers who are on
We have
the?
one more.
Lime Street School Special Ed CT.
Thank you for coming, and welcome to you.
Sleep here tonight?
I could, yeah.
That's where orientation is.
Any other questions or comments? All those in favor? Aye. Those opposed? So moved. 11.1.2, could I have a motion to appoint our acting assistant principal, Mr. Patrick Smith, who will be taking over for Stephanie Lackey.
So moved.
Any questions or comments? Mr. Smith, we look forward to, we appreciate the work you've done. We look forward to the work you're going to help us with in this period. Thank you. All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? So moved. 11.2, education items. 11.2.1, could I have a motion to accept the Committee on Special Education's report?
So moved.
Second.
Questions or comments? All those in favor? Aye. Those opposed? So moved. 11.2.2, could I have a motion to accept the Committee on Preschool Special Education's report?
So moved.
Second.
Any questions or comments? All those in favor? Aye. Those opposed? So moved. 12.0, business and financial items. 12.1, could I have a motion to accept the financial items?
So moved.
Second.
Questions or comments? All those in favor? Aye. Those opposed? So moved. 12.2 is the first policy reading of 7511, immunization of students. 12.3 is the first policy reading of 5681, school safety plans. 12.4 is the first policy reading of 5620, fixed asset inventories, accounting and tracking. 12.5 is first policy reading for 5662, meal charging and prohibition against meal shaming. 12.6, second policy reading for 7220, graduation options, early graduation, and accelerated programs. Those will be voted upon at a future meeting. 12.7, could I have a motion to accept the construction change orders?
Second.
Any questions or comments? All those in favor? Aye. Those opposed? So moved. 12.8, could I have a motion to accept the task certiorari with Eagle Associates of Niagara Frontier?
So moved.
Second.
Questions or comments? All those in favor? Aye. Those opposed? So moved. 12.9, another tax certiorari with Rite Aid Corporation. Could I have a motion to accept?
So moved. Second.
Any questions or comments? All those in favor? Aye. Those opposed? So moved. 12.10, could I have a motion to accept the 2019-2020 district goals?
Second.
Any questions or comments? All those in favor? Aye. Those opposed? So moved. 12.11, could I have a motion to accept the Distinguished Alumni Wall of Honor inductees list?
So moved.
Second.
Any questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? So moved. 12.12 is the Professional Development Plan. Could I have a motion to accept the plan?
Second.
Any questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? So moved. 12.13, could I have a motion to accept the Office of the State Comptroller's corrective action plans?
So moved.
Any questions or comments?
I'd just like to comment that the audit committee met at 6 o'clock today, and we do recommend to the full board that we go forward with this plan.
Thank you, Mr. Sage. Any other questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? So moved. 12.14 is a contract with the Town of Lancaster, the Family Support Center. Could I have a motion to accept the contract?
So moved. Second.
Questions or comments? All those in favor? Aye. Those opposed? So moved. 12.15 is another contract with the Town of Lancaster for school and community program. Could I have a motion to accept?
So moved.
Second.
Questions or comments? All those in favor? Aye. Those opposed? So moved. 12.16 is a contract with APOT, who does physical therapy work for us. Could I have a motion to accept the contract?
So moved.
Second.
Questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? So moved. 12.17 is a contract amendment with Premier Consulting, which does our self-funded healthcare. I have a motion to accept the contract.
So moved.
Any questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? So moved. 12.18 is the district-wide school safety plan. Could I have a motion to accept the plan?
So moved. Second.
Any questions or comments? All those in favor? Those opposed? So moved. 12.19 is the building level emergency plans. Could I have a motion to accept those plans?
So moved. Second.
Questions or comments? All those in favor? Aye. Those opposed? So moved. 12.20 are reserve fund transactions from our capital reserve and our bus reserves. Could I have a motion to accept those transactions?
So moved.
Second.
Questions or comments? All those in favor? Aye. Those opposed? So moved. 12.21, could I have a motion to accept the bid award for our printing?
So moved. Second.
Questions or comments? All those in favor? Aye. Those opposed? So moved. 12.22, could I have a motion to accept the auction results?
So moved.
Second.
Any questions or comments? All those in favor? Aye. Those opposed? So moved. 13.0 is public hearing. We have no one signed up to speak this evening. 14.0, may I have a motion to go into executive session to discuss current litigation case CA 18-01336?
Second.
Questions or comments? All those in favor? Aye. Okay, so the effectively the public session of our meeting is now over. Our next meeting will be September 16th at Lancaster High School in the, drum roll please, Black Box Theater at 7 o'clock. Very exciting stuff. Looking forward to that. Thank you for coming, everyone.